When we look at the question of would you choose the bear or the man, or would you choose the woman or the tree, they're actually both questions about safety. The man or the bear question is about physical safety and the woman's fear for their physical safety. The woman in the tree is about mental health safety and the men's fear for their mental health safety. When we look at the man versus the bear and the lack of physical safety or the fear of physical safety that women have, without that physical safety, they could be raped, they could be assaulted, or they could be unalived. When we look at the men's question of would you choose the woman or the tree, and we look at mental health safety, without mental health safety, a man could self-unalive. Beth, whether it be by unaliving or self-unaliving is horrible. And we need to work on both of these numbers. But if you don't think the questions are comparative, why don't we look at the actual numbers? In 2021, slightly over 4,900 women were unalived. Not all of them at the hands of men, but 4,900 women. In the same year, over 38,000 men self-unalived. So that means that a man is 8 times more likely to self-unalive than a woman is to be unalived. And yet you don't think the question about the woman versus the tree is comparative to a man versus a bear. I think they're very comparative. Anyways, have the day you deserve. Bye. Some women are putting their hypocrisy and double standards on full display with the man versus bear and woman versus tree conversation. So when the man versus bear conversation is being had and any man says, I don't like the question, I feel like it paints me as a predator, or I don't understand how you could choose a bear over a man, women automatically say he's a predator, he's a red flag, he's a horrible person. How can you question us? How do you have a problem with this? Because we're not talking about all men. We're just talking about the ones that we think might be dangerous. But then we turn it over to the woman versus tree conversation. And women, one, are upset that how dare men change the focus off of the man versus bear conversation? And how dare men talk about something different than what women want to talk about? But also, they're up in arms in my comment section and across this app saying, well, not all women are untrustworthy. Not all women weaponize emotions against men. I would never do that to my man. I would never do that to any man. But when men were saying that, men were the predators. But when women are saying it's just we want to be heard, like you can't paint us. You didn't hear us on the bear and now you won't hear us here, that this isn't all women. Maybe the men stopped listening to you because you stopped listening to the men. Anyways, stay triggered, ladies, and have the day you deserve. Bye. Men, keep choosing the tree.